Hi guys, my name is Venandah Madanhi and joining me today at Acme Whistles is Beverley Nielsen, who's the Liberal Democrat mayoral candidate for this year's elections. Hi Beverley.
Hi Venandah, great to be with you today.
Lovely to see you again, and especially after you've had such a busy day today with the ITV mayoral bus tour.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
We had a really exciting day. We started off in Birmingham on an open-top double-decker bus. We drove to Wolverhampton, we met voters in Wolverhampton, we then drove to Coventry, we met voters at the Ricoh Arena there, and we talked. They posed questions to us on economic development, transport and housing, so we've had a very full day.
Wow, it sounds like a really jam-packed day, and especially to finish it off in such a way shows dedication. So while we're here today, as we are in a manufacturing factory, I wanted to ask you, what future do you envision for the West Midlands, especially for a factory like this one who manufactures 40% of its goods for the European other places in Europe, basically?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's not unusual. In fact, of our manufactured goods in the West Midlands, 42% are exported to Europe. So the single market is an incredibly important destination. So what does it mean? Well, this is, as you can see, as a whistle factory. They're relatively low-tech products. So the impact of tariffs on those goods being exported to Europe is going to be really significant.
Definitely.
So what does that mean? Well, it means that the jobs of the people here could be at risk as potentially lower cost products are bought in Europe in place of these goods, of these whistles. So I think what the general election that was called yesterday offers the people of the West Midlands and the people of Britain, but through the mayoral election, is the opportunity to make your voice heard about getting the best deal for the people of the West Midlands. People who work here in a factory like this, right across the West Midlands, need to vote to get the best access to this critical market to protect thousands of companies and thousands of livelihoods across our region.
But will the mayor of the West Midlands have as much of an impact as all the other candidates and yourself are saying, in light of the whole Brexit negotiations not yet being certain? What can you do to make sure that these voices are heard?
Yeah, first of all, Manchester Mayor has a voice at the table. We don't at the moment. The West Midlands is the manufacturing heartland for the UK. We export second most of any region in the country. We've had the fastest growth of any region. This is a critical area. Our voice needs to be heard at the table. We need people there who actually understand what is happening to our manufacturing businesses. I've worked in manufacturing. I've been a director of a FTSE 250 manufacturing business, Arga Rangemaster, and I know just how important this is and just what a complex business it is too. You know, and we need the skills. We need the skills to be kept in this region that we're training here, and we need to attract skills from all over Europe. So we need to be able to access these markets on many counts.
Oh wow, you've mentioned skills, which is a very important part, something that's close to my heart because I do some work with young people about soft skills. I want to know how you as mayor will empower young people, and what things will you put in place to make sure that the voices of young people are heard during your term?
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. First of all, I want to set up an assembly, and I need to make sure that we listen to all the voices of all the communities, young, older, diverse communities, people of every gender, because let's face it, women are not properly represented in our governance at the moment, regional governance. So this is what we need to do. And young people for me are really important. I've worked with young people for the last 10 years as a director at Birmingham City University, and prior to that as a fellow at Warwick University at WMG. I've been trying to help young people gain the soft skills that you were talking about, the employable skills that help them open the door and get a job in the career of their choice. We've got to make sure that employers work with education from a much earlier age, that young people understand about the business opportunities that are here in the West Midlands. We've got really big opportunities as a region. We are the manufacturing heartland, but we produce 30% of all cars produced in the UK here in the West Midlands. 3% of all aerospace across the whole world is made here in the Midlands. And
it's good for people to know that the Midlands actually makes things that just don't stay in the UK, but actually go further than the United Kingdom.
Yeah, absolutely. We're world-class producers of cars, of specialist automotive, of specialist aerospace products. And these are the growth industries for the future as we move to green, clean technologies, whether that's electric vehicles, whether it's driverless vehicles, whether it's energy storage, whether it's battery power. All of these areas we're leading the world. Life science, genomics, these are growth areas as well for our region, and because of our diverse population, we have the perfect test bed, if I could put it like that. You know, we can get to multiple populations in a relatively short area, or small area in our region in the West Midlands. So this gives us a real opportunity, but young people need to understand where these opportunities are, and we need to help them skill up to take advantage of those opportunities. Another area is housing. We need to double the houses that we're building in this region. So we want to make sure that young people see those opportunities in construction, in house building, that we have our small, medium-sized businesses growing to take advantage of that opportunity, but equally that young people aren't, it's not just about bricklaying in the future, for example, it's about the connectivity of these homes. These are the smart homes of the future that are going to be able to connect to our phones, to our cars, you know,
and help us to stay ahead of other markets, because in other places they have homes that do amazing things. So
absolutely.
I'm glad that you brought up housing, and just towards, as we get to the end, it would be great to hear your opinions about how do you think your mayoral campaign will be able to stay afloat in light of the snap election that's just happened?
I think this is a really good thing, actually, the general election, because I think it heightens the focus on the mayoral elections on the 4th of May. I think that actually for us as Lib Dems, it really brings into sharp focus the Brexit issue and our desire to see the best deal in accessing the single market and to put the government under pressure to get the best deal. Hard Brexit puts us at threat here in the West Midlands. Vote for a Lib Dem mayor. I'll make sure our voice is heard, that we get the very best deal for the people of the West Midlands.
Oh, that sounds brilliant. What would you say to the people who want to vote but may not want to vote twice, or may not necessarily know who to vote for?
I would say to those young people in particular that the mayoral election is really important to you, because I'm going to offer free transport to young people 16 to 25. I'm offering a free first Saturday travel for everybody in the region as a free Saturday bus pass, so you can get around and about, visit family, shop, go
and
to
actually
attractions.
see Birmingham, see Coventry, and see all the different places in the West Midlands.
Absolutely. And for young people, with regards to the mayoral election on the 4th of May, I'm trying to launch an innovation fund that will link young people into businesses, into SMEs, the small businesses of our region, the manufacturing businesses, and help them to really understand where the opportunities for them are, and to fund them through grants and bursaries when they take their apprenticeships or their further education qualifications or their degrees or their postgrad degrees, because we really don't want to have a brain drain, and we want to encourage everybody studying here to stay here.
That sounds brilliant. And just to finish off, what do you reckon makes you different? If you want to tell the young people what is that makes you the mayor to vote for?
Well, I really hope young people will vote for me, Beverley Nielsen, Lib Dem candidate for West Midlands Metro Mayor, because I believe in you. You are our future. You are the human gold mine that will power the growth into the future. I believe in building our businesses. I believe in developing our homemade success, and you are going to fuel that homemade success, and I'll be backing you every step of the way.
Well, thank you, Beverley. And there you have it. Make sure that you vote on the 4th of May, and make sure that you vote on the 8th of June.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us.